Welcome to Africa's 24 Campaign Journal. On October 25, 2025, Ivorians will vote to elect their next president. With 5 candidates in the running, Africa 24 is on the ground to bring to you in-depth coverage of the presidential campaign. Louis Billon, aged 61, is a prominent political figure in Côte d'Ivoire. He initially distinguished himself in the private sector, notably serving as president of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry from 2001 to 2011. In this capacity, he solidified his economic foundation and broadened his professional network while actively defending the interests of the Ivorian private sector. This is the result of a long period of reflection and ambition for Côte d'Ivoire that I hope will lead to victory and usher in a new generation of leadership. It is time for Côte d'Ivoire to be governed by those born after independence. A member of the PDCI, Louis Billon is running in the October 25th presidential election outside the ranks of his party, which he considers unable to offer a credible candidacy for change. Backed by the Democratic Congress (Côte), he draws on the widespread desire for renewal expressed by the youth and civil society, having served as a Minister of Commerce from 2012 to 2017 under President Alassane Ouattara. He has earned a reputation as a moderate and forward-thinking reformer. I am here to give more responsibility to the youths.
Que la primauté soit donnée à l'intérêt général et à la jeunesse de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Advocating a platform focused on the modernization of the state, good governance, and the reconstruction of institutions in Côte d'Ivoire, Louis Billon proposes a profound change in both approach and generation. With the goal of showcasing Côte d'Ivoire's mining and energy potential to the world, Ivorian authorities launched the first edition of the International Mining and Energy Resources Exhibition SIREXE on July 1, 2024, held under the theme Sustainable Development of Extractive and Energy Industries, World Policies and Strategies. The inaugural SIREXE will take place from November 27 to December 2, 2024. Owing to their expertise in hydrocarbon development and extraction, Norway, Germany, Botswana, and Zambia have been invited as guests. In recent years, Côte d'Ivoire has strengthened its position in the extractive and energy industry through the implementation of broad sectoral recovery programs and structural reforms. These efforts have led to significant discoveries, the result of policy aimed at improving the macroeconomic environment, consolidating peace, and building trust with the private sector.
De consolidation du climat de paix et de renforcement de la confiance vis-à-vis du secteur privé.
A major initiative of the Ministry of Mines, Petroleum and Energy, SIREXE, aligns with President Alassane Ouattara's vision of making the mineral and energy resources sector a drive key of sustained and inclusive economic growth in Côte d'Ivoire. The expo aims to encourage both national and international private investment in the extractive and energy sectors while providing a vital platform for exchange collaboration among industry stakeholders in Africa and beyond.
Le
SIREXE will also serve as a showcase to raise public awareness and understanding of the extractive and energy industry and will thus become a powerful tool for promoting local content.
Pour promouvoir le contenu local.
Africa is home to vast hydrocarbon reserves, and Côte d'Ivoire is positioning itself as a key player in the international market. In 2023, the country increased In 2023, the country increased its oil production following the launch of operations at the Balance field. Production is expected to rise further with the second development phase by the end of 2024, targeting 50,000 barrels of oil per day and 70 million cubic feet of natural gas per day. Nearly 15 years after 2010-2011 post-electoral crisis, Côte d'Ivoire is experiencing a period of relative political and economic stability marked by numerous development projects and a growing presence of investors. However, strengthening social cohesion remains a critical challenge in the lead-up to the presidential elections. In Côte d'Ivoire, activist divisions fueled by exclusion of political elites and, more critically, by identity-driven rhetoric continue to undermine national unity. Recent remarks by a member of the ruling party targeting the PDCIRDA leader Tidjane Thiam, as well as comments from a PPACI official directed at President Alassane Ouattara, highlights the tone of political discourse. When citizens are encouraged to align mostly with political factions, the social fabric becomes increasingly fragmented, complicating efforts to foster a shared sense of national identity. In response to this challenge, the country is working to reduce inequality and rebuild ties between various segments of society with a focus on peace education, combating hate speech, and promoting social cohesion. I would say that action is needed on three fronts. The first is social justice. We must strengthen social policies and inclusion programs that target young people and vulnerable groups. The second is the establishment of dialogues, platforms, and citizen engagement forums. And the third, in my view, is civic education and respect for individual freedoms. According to experts, lasting peace cannot be limited to political stability or economic performance alone. It must be built on solid foundations, namely fair justice, the inclusion of all citizens, and the acknowledgement of wounded collective memories. The city of Korhogo, the capital of the Savans region in the northern Côte d'Ivoire, with an estimated population of around 449,26 inhabitants, remains a strategic and emblematic crossroads between road modernization, university development, and commercial dynamism. Agriculture remains a key pillar, with crops such as cashew, cotton, and rice supported by local processing units. However, this growth hides real challenges, notably youth unemployment and economic opportunities that do not always keep pace with democratic growth. It's also important to note that agriculture remains the backbone of Korhogo's economy, alongside local trade, whether through street vending or traditional crafts. To this, one could add the growing potential for telecommunication and remote digital services. All of this, however, depends on internet access and the provision of proper training for the region's youth. A city of art and tradition, Korhogo is rich in cultural assets, panoramic hills, workshops, Senufo carvings, and dances. This heritage, still under-promoted, could position the city as a major hub for cultural tourism. Every year, around 3,000 young people, whether graduates or not, enter the job market across the country, creating a major absorption, particularly for secondary cities like Korhogo. This is also a shortage of basic social infrastructure. Residents aspire to a modern, green, and well-connected city. The priorities are clear: accelerating training and local entrepreneurship, improving waste management, and strengthening social services.
As election day draws near Africa 24, remains committed to providing accurate, balanced and timely reporting on Côte d'Ivoire's 2025 presidential campaign. Follow the campaign journal on My Africa 24 and across our platforms for continuous updates, analysis and insights that go beyond the headlines.